So we'll see this shade pop in and out here, trying to get a read on any tech that this adept can find. So far, True seems to be playing a pretty ordinary opening here. Same thing with Classic. We do have the Phoenix on the way now. We'll probably see that continue to increment out. Oracle now behind that.
Well, quite a few adepts being made, so I think we are going to see a bit of pressure from that, but it might just be the Archon play as well. Let's see. We actually don't see a Templar Archives. Okay, there is the Glaives. I thought it might be.
One thing about this is it's not like there's just one build. There's a lot of different ways you can go about doing this with how much you want to actually lean into them with it. Keep in mind, he's showing some of these adepts here. Actually, there's nothing really to defend over here. So yeah, this is actually a great play.
A few Roaches coming out. He's going to have to go into lots of Immortals from here. I feel like he started the Glaives just slightly early.
Keep in mind, there's 30 Lings now being made. The True is definitely going to be ready for a fight.
Yeah, he's not screwing around, is he?
Yeah.
Using all this. Roach Ling isn't going to do anything. You're going to have to rely on continual abusive damage like the Ravager.
So he needs to wait for these very slow Queens to get up here, close to where the Ravagers are. The Ravagers are going to use the projectiles here to unpower these gateways. I believe that's the only pylon that powers any of these structures up here in the front.
Well, he is building a...
Whoa!
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, picking off any Ravagers right now is super, super important.
Yeah,
obviously
way less corrosive vials you can fire out there.
Not a lot of drones behind this, and you're right. A couple gates get unpowered right there. He did build a backup pylon for the Robo this game, though. He's not going to let that happen again. I love it! Oh, I love it! Even the one that started, there was another vial in the air that got rid of it.
Some questionable force fields there. I don't know how many more he's actually got left over here on these sentries, but keep in mind when these structures get taken out, I almost think it would have been better for him to get the core here right in the front and just start to deny tech options.
Not a bad
over the gateway, really.
I feel like against this type of comp anyways, you probably want to start charge if you have the 100. Yeah, okay,
he's already doing that.
Charge, especially if they're going to take out your cyber core.
We don't get to see this every day, but he's actually ditching the rush. So the Queens actually have to make the longest trek back across the map.
Oh my God!
Whoa! That is about the most unfortunate play.
Anyone that missed that, he flew his prism into Biles coming down, so he now does not have a warp prism that he should have had. He has eaten a lot of Biles tasteless.
Yeah, he's actually in quite a bit.
Like, Classic's army is a little bit scary for sure, but it's not like an army that gets better and better over time. Adepts lose power against Zerg over the long term of the game. Like, yeah, sure, he's getting into charge. His Templar Archive is just about to finish. This is a late third, though, and it's going to be even later because it's going to be forced to cancel. So this is a great move from True.
This is really True doing what he does best. He's very good at moving around on the map and hitting these different locations.
Yeah.
I really like how True's handled this. Oh, no way. Is there really nothing over here? He should just go right on the Nexus.
Yeah.
Like, go, get the Nexus.
He had right-clicked on the Nexus a lot quicker there.
I don't know if he's going to get it now.
Yeah.
I think in some sense he thought for sure there was an army just out of sight.
Yeah, I think you're right. But he drew the army down there, so now he actually gets a sick position at the top of this ramp.
He's going to get to snipe this Immortal, and the rest of this army is going to be bottlenecked on the low ground. This is so good. With the number of Ravagers he has, he can keep corrosive vialing this for days.
Send out 2-3 vials at a time. It's so hard to come up that ramp. Look at that.
Dude, this is not the game I thought I was going to see tonight with these two. I really thought that it was going to be close and Classic was going to dominate. Right now, True looks like a beast. Look at this. He's already got Roaches going into 2 different key locations, one in the main and one in the natural. Some nice side storms, but really damage is already being dealt elsewhere. Yeah, there's units in the main base of Classic here as well. Can't quite see if there's more. I think there's actually more Lings being headed or sent down to that third base. Probably, you're right about that. And I mean, he did some decent economic damage during this. There's some more attacks into that third. The probe count is falling a bit. So even though Classic got himself up to a pretty decent army, True has actually outmaneuvered him. Himself though. I love the counterattack here, by the way, from True. Yeah. I mean, basically, if Classic tries to come out of the map, this many Zerg units is going to do damage way faster than what Protoss has. I don't think there's anything even hidden base-wise on the map here for Protoss, right? Oh, I'm sorry, there's some probes moving out. Well, he's only got, like, how many minerals? 500. Okay, so he's got enough to make some buildings. This is turning into a True base trade. What does True have out on the map for drones? Oh, he did it too. These guys know what they're doing, man. Every now and then you'll watch a base trade and one guy will forget to send out his units, his workers. Not this game, though. So keep in mind, there's more minerals here for True. You could get at least 2 more hatcheries. Yeah. That last Nexus is being made. Now, it's important to know, you know, Nexuses and hatcheries are, if you don't have them, then everything on the mini-map is revealed as far as building location. But I feel like with Ling's speed, he should be able to fork out in both different directions. I mean, it's basically 2 directions you have to go to try to figure out where this is.
Yeah.
And Zerg's actually got hatches. 1 hatch, by the way. I think it would actually really help Zerg out to make a hatch somewhere where there aren't any minerals at this moment. Like the corner of the once was main here for Classic.
I think actually Classic has to play the defensive, doesn't he? Like, I don't think he can actually move around the map at all. I think he has to keep his units clumped because...
You think he's got to stay back and start mining?
Yeah, it feels that way to me. Maybe the Prism can fly around a little bit, but...
Yeah, I would say... Okay, he's found the 1 hatch. Now there's another hatch. The other hatch is being made. Or one of the possible other hatches, because there's 500 minerals left here. 1 hatchery is being made right there. Next to this one. Yeah, next to this Nexus. Okay, hold on. I think Classic actually still has a shot here.
Yeah, I think he does have a shot.
I feel like he should have, True should have sent his Lings out immediately once he knew this was a base trade and tried to find other Nexuses. The Roaches and the Ravagers are slow enough, and they're fine against buildings.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Okay, so this Phoenix is actually really, really useful. Imagine if he saw that Oracle, the game would be over. How funny is that?
Oh, yeah.
The Oracle would just end it. Like, it's like, okay, you have to come attack me right now because I'm going to kill you otherwise.
So he's canceled that hatchery.
Yeah.
It looks like he wants to plant this somewhere else. Now, there's really no way to directly deal with the Warp Prism.
And I don't know why. I don't know why. I know that it's kind of loud and annoying. That's the only thing I could ever think why people wouldn't drop creep with Overlords.
Okay, so he's coming out here to check. Problem is defensive storms, especially when there's 5 Templar here in 2 bottlenecked locations. Very hard to actually get in there and do the damage you need to do.
Yeah. Look how many storms he has. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Oh, no. There's not actually that many drones. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's like all of his workers. Drew has 1 worker right now.
And he's only got 100 minerals, so this is serious. Like, with Hardened Shield, you can drop off and kill drones. He's going to start killing some Overlords. Ooh. You can't even do more drones, is what that means.
I think Classics actually won this game.
I think you're right. I think that the Prism is actually enough that...
When you're this low on minerals on both sides...
1 or 2 High Templars just died at Miles.
Can he try to dive in here? Can he try to dive in here and get the Nexus?
Yeah, I don't think he has the DPS.
No, he doesn't. There's still enough money for a new Nexus anyways.
Oh, jeez, you're right.
Huh. Still 8 workers to 1.
Wow. What a comeback for Classic in this situation. Good stuff.
He's going to pick up these Archons and try to go across the map. We've got more pylons and gateways coming down. You really don't need anything too sophisticated at this point in time.
This is all it'll do.
Yeah, they're completely fine. So an Immortal and an Archon against, right now, 4 workers. Now, 1 worker's in the far left base. There's 3 more, I believe, in the bottom center, the 6 o'clock location.
I don't know that he even knows about that base.
I don't think he does, but I don't think it's going to be very difficult to have your army come down here and take out this base either.
No. It was like 116 supply against 66, if I recall correctly. Now it's 42 against 26. So that's quite a turn of the tide.
It doesn't seem like there's any way to bum rush this base over here for Protoss either.
No, absolutely.
Like True would, Classic would shut that down so easily. In fact, that's probably what Classic would really want to have happen here.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I think he's just waiting for True to basically get out of the game. There's not really any recovery. Okay, it looks like we're gonna add some.
GG.
Yeah. Okay, so the Classic ends up winning, but I actually think that overall True outplayed him in that game. Now that we have like this desk down here, and
yes,
we're not in seats or anything. We're just standing. I want a cordless mic. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, and I want a unicycle we can ride around on. Okay, and cast like crazy people.
Well, if I had a cordless mic here, I feel like I could be like one of those self-help gurus. I could like run around, be like, yeah, oh my god, run up to the screen. I'm like pointing at the supplies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like high-fiving everyone while I run down.
Exactly. You're like getting behind the players and going like that.
Like, oh my god, I'm like shoutcast right into his ear and stuff.
Yeah.
You're so annoyed.
And right when the guy's about to lose, you run up with your arms out like this, go GG in his face. Yeah. We'll have to talk
while they're playing. I'm like, those are DTs. I like touch his monitor. I'm like, right there.
Yeah.
They're coming.
It's shaking because you're hitting it so hard.
Yeah.
If you lose all your workers, you lose the game.
Hold on, I can do this. I like hit a force field for him on the thing. He gets angry at me, I just run away.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, this is cool that we're down here in the audience now. It definitely has a different feel to it. I feel more connected. Normally we're up there in the little balcony. You guys can't see it, but what you've seen before is we're on floor 2. That's also fun to do.
Someone's sitting in your seat right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
get out!
Who's that guy?
That's my seat.